everyone. Governors must prioritize human lives. Peter Obi visit victims of Suleja tanker explosion. In the last 2 3 years, it's been one massacre or the other, one accident or the other, and human lives, the Nigerian life is almost as if it's worth nothing. It constantly happening. There are a lot more that don't even make the news happening all the time. Roads are bad, roads aren't good, accidents are happening, tankers are constantly falling, just draining. Like my village, it's almost like a weekly occurrence. Sometimes you find even the people's well covered by petroleum. I think the thing that has been fortunate is that people don't go fetching these things, and so we've not had this incidence of fire happening, and I pray it stays that way, and also in other parts of the country. So if not, there would have been more in news, but there's always this. Sometimes this it still catches fire, and then some places it just doesn't come out in the news as it does with other places. The 2023 Labour presidential candidate Peter Obi has visited victims and families affected by the recent petrol tanker explosion along Dikko Maje Road in Suleja, Niger State. The tragic incident, which claimed over 100 lives, injured more than 50 individuals, and destroyed properties, has drawn widespread grief and calls for urgent action. During his visit, Obi toured the explosion site, the graveyard where 80 victims were buried, and the palace of Sarkin Dikko. He also visited the hospital to meet with injured victims, offering them support and words of engagement. Expressing his sorrow, Obi stressed the need for governance to prioritize the protection of human lives through proactive policies. He called for measures such as road repairs, heightened awareness of tanker operators, investment in healthcare, and poverty alleviation programs to prevent future tragedies. And this is the thing that keeps this APC legitimate government very angry. He's there. He is the de facto president of Nigeria. He is the one behaving as a president. He is actually the one that Nigerians, majority of Nigerians voted for to be the 2023 to be the 2023 winner of the presidential election. Until of course the rigging that happened, that we also the daylight rigging. Even though some people now want to make it like, oh no, move on, whatever and however, facts are facts, and what has happened must be said in spite of whatever it is that went on at the end of the day. And one of the things that he's always there, he's always present. He's the one who is there with the people, standing with the people. And you see, when he talks about these things, he also brings out measures. It's not as if, he's not even like accusing or just, oh, the government haven't done that. No, after he states it, he will say, this is what should be done, should be done, should be done. He never even goes after and accuse the current APC legitimate government, but yet they're the ones who are angry. They're the ones who are always throwing barbs at him. They're the ones who are always, they have everything to be angry, because first of all, they know he won the election and his popularity has increased more now than it did before. And so those are part of the things that keep them awake at night. He called for measures such as road repairs, and we see it. If roads are repaired, cars won't fall as often. Accidents won't happen as often. Where roads are bad, that's when these tankers are falling and all of that, and then they cause this whole disaster. Most times people are talking about, oh, we don't want to die, we don't want to die, we don't want to die. But corruption is killing people every day. I don't think we've had protests where 100 people died. But if we tell Nigerians to come out for protests, they'll tell you they don't want to die. Meanwhile, bad governance, corruption is killing them, because some of those roads, the monies that are supposed to be used to do them have already been put out. That somebody has eaten them somewhere. Some people have eaten them. Some people haven't done them and stuff like that. And some of them is even borrowed money. We're paying tax. We're paying interest. We're going to repay back monies, and the money has been stolen and not used, the way that they're supposed to be used. He talked about heightening awareness for, tanker operators, knowledge, teach them, let them navigate how these things, are supposed to be done. What are the measures that are supposed to be done? By now, if Nigeria was a country that was really a country, they would have had, even if it's, what do they call, what do they call schools where they do research and development, or even organizations doing research and development. Even NNPC itself should have a research and development department. I'm sure they do have it. By now, they should be looking at what is it that can be done, what is it that can be put in place, attached to a tanker, so that when the moment it falls, maybe a particular kind of liquid or something is added to it, so that it neutralizes this effect. It's no longer the fuel that people can use, and it neutralizes the effect, that it will not explode. These are some of the things that countries who value human life, who want to do the right thing, these are things that they work on to get this thing. He also talked about investment in healthcare system. Know what it is. If healthcare system is invested on, more people will be saved. We are quick to say that, oh, somebody has died, this is time. The ones that are being saved abroad, their own time is different from our own time. Abby. And then he talked about poverty elevation. If there isn't poverty, a lot of people are not going to be going around trying to scoop petroleum or do one thing or the other. And it's just so much. Obi stated these recurring disasters highlight the urgent need for governors to prioritize human lives through proactive policies. He extended condolences to Serikin Diko and the Diko community, pledging solidarity with the affected families. Human lives are invaluable, and governors must prioritize their protection through proactive policies. Together, we can ensure such tragedies become a thing of the past. Together, we can build a safer future, he said. And there were quite interesting reaction from people, like in the comment section, and how people reacted to this. Someone said, Oluwagbemi Ayanfe said, President Peter will be visiting victims of an accident. And I'm telling you, in terms of who is it that has acted more presidential towards the people, not when it comes to assigning money to cronies and whatever, land, this thing, towards the people, it's definitely Mr. Peter Obi. Then another one called Nigeria says, may Peter Obi happen to Nigeria. Voice of the Voiceless said, he's truly a good leader with emotional intelligence. Then there was someone, I think, who looked into the video and probably did a screenshot, and then he did a screenshot of where Peter Obi was speaking and how the man was looking at him, very attentively, and he said, this man believes our president. Leadership is about empathy, and when you have empathy, you will care for the people, and you do whatever it takes to ensure that they are having a good life, just the way that you're enjoying a good life. I used to think competence, character were more important. We have come to realize that empathy is actually more important, and when people have empathy, they will even when they don't have character, competence, you can't have empathy without character. Even when they don't have competence and capacity, they will look for people who have those competence and capacity to act in those places and get things done. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.